World War III. These three words send shivers down our spines. They paint a picture of global conflict, a war far bigger than any we've seen before. Imagine nations around the world pitted against each other, their armies clashing on land, in the air and at sea. Such a war wouldn't be confined to battlefields. Advanced weapons could strike anywhere, turning cities into war zones. Millions, maybe billions, could be caught in the crossfire. This is a chilling thought, but it's important to understand the potential consequences of global conflict. The possibility of World War III is a stark reminder of our interconnectedness. We live on one planet, and what happens in one corner affects us all. This makes it even more crucial to find ways to maintain peace and prevent such a devastating conflict. A world war would reshape the geopolitical landscape as we know it. Alliances would shift, old powers might crumble, and new ones could emerge from the ashes. The world order, the delicate balance of power between different nations, would be thrown into disarray. Imagine a map of the world constantly redrawn, borders changing overnight. International organizations designed to foster cooperation might struggle to maintain order in the face of such widespread conflict. The very foundations of international law and diplomacy, painstakingly built over centuries, could be shaken to their core. The pursuit of global dominance, once a dream fueled by ambition and ideology, would leave only destruction in its wake. In the aftermath, the world would be left to pick up the pieces, facing the monumental task of rebuilding not just infrastructure, but also trust and cooperation on a global scale. War is costly, not just in terms of human life, but also in its economic impact. A global conflict would trigger a crisis unlike any other, disrupting trade, collapsing markets, and potentially leading to a worldwide depression. Imagine factories shutting down, supply chains breaking down, and goods becoming scarce. The interconnectedness of our globalized world, once a strength, would become a vulnerability, amplifying the economic shockwaves. Millions, if not billions, could face unemployment, poverty, and hunger. The cost of rebuilding after the conflict would be astronomical, further straining economies around the world. The pursuit of economic prosperity would give way to the struggle for basic survival. The most devastating consequence of any war is the human cost. World War III would result in an unimaginable loss of life, with potentially millions, if not billions, perishing in the conflict. Families would be torn apart, communities shattered, and entire generations scarred by the horrors of war. The use of advanced weaponry could have long-lasting and devastating effects on human health and the environment. Beyond the immediate casualties, millions more would be displaced from their homes, becoming refugees in a world struggling to cope with the scale of the crisis. The psychological toll, the invisible wounds of war, would impact survivors for generations to come.